No. I'm leaving.
No. See, man. So today I had to do a like speech thingamajig, and it was like basically an opportunity to inspire graduating college students, I guess.
Zaddy's
She
in the
invited me.
house. 5 out of 5 Uber.
I think it went well. The rest of this video is just gonna be a really long talk. If you're not about talking and you're about adventures, just smash that like button for me, and we'll see you in the next one.
So our next speaker is Jeremy Sarai. He came to UC Irvine. He's a UCI alumni, and he graduated with a degree in public health sciences. He is a bodybuilding.com sponsored athlete. He is a versatile online coach, or online client coach. I don't know if I said that right. And he like does a lot. He does more. And he's here to talk about how to overcome campus adversity, being a campus leader. So, Jeremy.
Hey guys, super nervous right now, so I'm gonna like walk around. I'm one of those guys that just can't stand still. But yeah, so if you ask me what I am today, I would say I'm a social media influencer, a blogger, a cinematographer, got my camera in the back over there, an entrepreneur, and I'm like all of these things. But before that, here at UCI, I was lost. I had no idea what I wanted to do, what direction I wanted to go, and when I was here at UCI, the one thing I always kept doing was listening to what people would tell me to do. Like freshman year, or even before freshman year, high school, I would listen to my parents. They were like, you know, go to school. But that's true for everyone, right? Go to school, get the good grades, come home, make your parents happy. And when college came around, I kind of followed that same formula because I figured it gave me success in the past 4 years. It's probably going to drive me for the next 4 years. And when freshman year rolled around, I went to classes, and like my friends, my peers, and everyone was just telling me like, okay, so for every hour you go to class, you need to study for 3 hours, you need to go to office hours, you need to do all of the above, right? And I listened to that, I did that, but at the end of freshman year, I hit academic probation. That was like a rude awakening. I was literally at like 2 point something, and I figured, yo, my parents were telling me, like, or my parents were paying like over 40 grand for me to come to like this prestigious university, and I'm letting them down right now. So that's where that adversity came from, and I was just super lost at that time. I had no idea what to do. I was listening to what everyone was saying to do because that's the route to success. That's what everyone tells you to do. And for the next 2 years, I was just lost. And like pursuing sciences, I knew like I was interested in sciences, but I didn't even know like what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to help people. I wanted to go, like I thought the medical field was gonna be the right route for me. And so I just stayed in public health sciences. But over the course of time, like the most important thing I did for myself was just self-evaluate. I asked myself like, okay, Jeremy, like why are you failing in your classes? Why is this not working? Why are you near academic probation? What's going on? Like you're doing what everyone's telling you to do, but you're still failing. What is this? And I realized like, okay, when I go to class, it's maybe 1 or 3 hours long, depending if it's like a lecture per week or something. But I realized like when I'm at class, I just fell asleep. I couldn't keep up with the lecture. The professors were going too fast for me. When I went to office hours, I couldn't carry a conversation because I fell asleep during class. I didn't even know what anyone was talking about. And when I studied at home, when I self-studied, that was when I could actually stay up to like speed with the lectures. And that was because I was going at my own pace. I understood what I was reading, and if I needed to like reevaluate, I could take my own time and like go back, look at the material, and go over basically what I needed to do. So I addressed my weaknesses. And by senior year, I just stopped going to class. It felt wrong because everyone tells you to go to class, do this, do that. I stopped going to class. I stopped going to office hours. I know I'm not sounding like the best role model right now. But I almost basically stopped going to school, and it was crazy because some of my friends in my majors were like, dude, you're in this class? I didn't know, I didn't see you all year. And the truth was, that's because I didn't go to class all year. But by senior year, I pulled a 4.0 every single quarter, and I was working with a doctor, and we published the paper. And it's like, as an undergrad, publishing a journal into like a scientific like article, it's like freaking crazy. I'm like, dude, you can Google gluten intolerance, Jeremy Sarai, my name is on the paper. That's freaking crazy. And it's what I realized was basically addressing your weaknesses and understanding how you work and going about how your strengths function that's what's going to carry you further. Like, don't listen to what people are telling you. Like, take it with a grain of salt, but understand that like you're going to run differently from everyone. And like, I'm telling you guys that I didn't go to class, but maybe that might not work for you. Maybe like studying on your own doesn't work for you, but that's what I did. And I found success there, but the real adversity came when I graduated, because during this time period, you're gonna have your friends, like you're gonna have some of your smart friends going to like med school, other people starting to pursue their masters, and then a few other people like going straight into full-time. And all of a sudden, like, it's like if you don't know what you want to do yet, you're gonna be kind of like wasting your time. You're gonna be kind of like floating. Like, how many of you guys are graduating this year? Do you guys know what you want to do yet? Do you know exactly what you want to do? To an extent? Do you have an idea?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I want to go into pharmacy, and so I still need I'm going to take a year off, going to get my certification, and then apply to the next cycle.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. So she knows what she wants to do. How about you?
No.
No? Hey, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm here to tell you that's okay, because I feel like when you graduate college, especially like the university such as UCI, I feel like the impression is like everyone needs a sense of direction. Everyone needs to know where to go, and that puts a lot of pressure on you, and especially if you are like doing something to make someone else happy. And for us, or a lot of us, that's going to be our parents. Like, we may just be going to school to make our parents happy, but it may not necessarily be like what we want to do. Like, for example, I told my mom, like, hey, Mom, I'm going back to school like this Saturday. And she's like, really? Like, what are you studying? And I'm like, no, I'm actually going to be a speaker. And that kind of dropped her heart, but she really wants me to go back to school. But right now, that's not the direction I want to go. So I know, like, she's supporting me and stuff, but she wants to see me on this route. But I know if I pursue that, like, it doesn't make me happy. Because, like, when I was at UCI doing undergrad, going through all those classes, like, I realized I put in all this time and effort, and like, the thing was, like, I wasn't getting the results back, and that's because like my heart wasn't there for it. Like, I wasn't that interested in like learning about organic chemistry and doing all of other sciencey stuff. Like, I knew I wanted to help people, but not in that direction. Like, that wasn't for me. So after college, I took the year off route, and I started like looking at like what I enjoy doing. And like Athena, I go to the gym like every freaking day. So I like signed up for this contest, and it was the bodybuilding.com spokesmodel search. And if you guys don't know what bodybuilding.com is, they are the biggest supplement retailer in the world. And if you go to the ARC or you just walk around campus, you may see someone wearing a shirt that says bodybuilding.com or the little bee swoosh or whatever. But every year they have a contest, a spokesmodel search, where they look for the new face for bodybuilding.com. And I figured, like, you know what, I like weightlifting, I enjoy helping people and stuff, like, why not just sign up for this contest? Like, what do I have to lose, right? I'm on my year off. So I signed up for the contest, and I poured my heart into it, and I lost. Like, I didn't win. And it was disappointing, but what I did get out of the contest was a contract with bodybuilding.com. As a finalist, they signed us on as an athlete, and now it's like, I can tell you guys, I'm a fitness model for the largest fitness company in the freaking world. And it's like, I didn't go to college with the intentions of doing that. It was just something I just did on my own, out of my own happiness. And moving forward from there, like, my passion for helping people, I realized I'm actually really passionate about fitness as well. And I can take my passion for fitness and put it with helping people. And all of a sudden, I was helping people lose weight, build muscle, and basically undergo transformations like they couldn't think that we were capable of. And what I realized during college and all of my experiences was I learned how to really time manage, not just for myself, but I can look into other people's schedules and tell, like, okay, you need to cut this BS out of your life, understand your goals, set your priorities straight. So now it's like I'm learning different strengths, and that was only because I was just doing more, like learning more about what drives people and what works for me and what doesn't work. And basically moving forward, I took my hobby for helping people and I turned it into a business. And now it's like I just filed for a DBA doing business apps. It's like a legit business, and sometimes I wake up and it's like, holy crap, I'm like a business owner now. And it's like, I definitely, like, public health sciences here at UCI definitely did not drive me like towards the business route. Like I didn't learn how to do taxes, I didn't know how to do this, but it was just because I kept following my passions for fitness, for basically just doing things that made me happy. Like all the pieces started falling into place. And what I took home from that was, for you guys out there, like if you're about to graduate right now, you gotta be honest with yourself, because by the end of the day, if you're doing something to make your parents happy, like knock on wood, like when they're gone, it's like if you're there now and you've made them happy, but you're not happy, like who do you have to blame for that? Because you still got the rest of your life to live. And that's like, before coming to this whole conference, I was telling my friends like, hey, I have the chance to inspire people, like what should I say? People were telling me to like talk about financial aid and taxes, like real world stuff, and basically like how cutthroat like the real world is. But I want to take this chance to just share my story with you guys in hopes that it inspires you to just pursue what makes you happy. Because the number one question I get to date is like, how do you keep doing what you do? Like, how do you stay so motivated? And that's one thing that I've never really sat back to think about, because I realize I just enjoy what I do. Like, most people set an alarm to wake up. I set an alarm to go to sleep, and that's usually at like 3 or 4 a.m. I'm literally up all night just doing work, because I enjoy like creating plans for people. I enjoy like communicating. I enjoy like helping. I enjoy video editing, making blogs, making videos on YouTube, just to like throw fitness tips, anything out there, just to help people. And that's why I do what I do today. Yeah. Any questions?
You go.
Yeah.
Do you have any business partners, or is this all you? How are you getting through this process that might be a big process, starting your own business by yourself?
Right now, it's literally all me. I'm making the mistakes, and I feel like a lot of people, like you're gonna talk to friends and stuff who like are like basically professionals about like little things, because they listen to like audiobooks and they read all these articles and stuff, but it comes down to literally just doing more. Like if I didn't pursue this business route, I would not know how to file my taxes. I would not know what an EIN is. I would not know like how to officially register a business or register like an LLC, or the difference between corporations and stuff. And I only learned about that because I needed to. It was like I wanted to go down this route. So when you're pursuing your passions, like the pieces are gonna fall into place. Like in this route, it's like your life is like a jigsaw puzzle, except the pieces, there's no picture on it. Every piece is blank, and they're gonna come at you like randomly. But if you keep working at your passions, every piece is gonna fall into place.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's a piece of advice you would have given yourself when you were a freshman?
I wish I just stopped listening to people, or I wish I didn't take people's advice like as deeply as I did, because I feel like because of the fact that I like took everything I heard to heart and I tried to apply that, because I thought because when you're talking to an elderly or whatever, like someone older than you with more experience, like you think like whatever they have to say, it's the right route, it's successful because they are where they are, and you hold them at a higher like level, you put them on a pedestal. But then it doesn't work like that for everyone. Like maybe like 70-80% of people will follow it and they'll reach like their maximum potential or whatever, but that's at like 70%. But then when you like address your own strengths and your weaknesses, and you understand like what does work for you, you'll reach potential that you never thought was possible. Like I know when I started doing my own business, the very first month I did it, like I made $50 that month, and this was like out of college, and my parents just kind of laughed at me. They're like, you're making $50 a month, like you can't live off of that. But they figured like, hey, it's his first month off, like we'll just let him have fun or whatever. And then the next month I just kept working at it, and the hardest part down this route is no one holds you accountable for it. So if you fail, if you decide like not to work today, you're not gonna make any money. If you decide like you wanna take a day off or whatever, maybe you need to recuperate, that's totally cool, but just understand that it's like you're responsible for your own time. And it's the hardest thing is that you're putting effort into something that you know is may not necessarily be promising. Like, for example, when you go to school, you put all this effort into studying and doing the work, and at the end of it, you get your degree. You get acknowledged for like your hard work. On this route, you put all your effort into it. I put all my effort into doing something that doesn't exist. Like, there's no final product at the end. Like, if you ask me, like, where do you see yourself in like 20 years? I really couldn't answer that question, but maybe in 20 years when I'm doing something else, I can have another conference and talk about how I got there. But it's literally crazy, and I can tell you another thing is, as I just kept driving and putting the effort in every single day, like you don't have to build your business in one day, but as long as you put effort into like what you're trying to achieve, you'll get there. Because I remember this, like I had 1 month where like the finances just blew up, and that month I made 10 grand. 10 grand in a month, and it's like, it's one thing to go to work for someone and make 10 grand a month, but when you have your own genuine idea and that idea made you that money, that's like a freaking awesome feeling. Like, it feels like you can achieve anything knowing that it was your own idea. Like, you're not working for anyone else. It was like your own time and your own effort produced that. Yeah.
Do you think that you were, like, that personality was already innate in you, or is something that you developed over time?
It was definitely something I developed over time. Like, the saying is true. People change. Like, freshman year, I just sat there and I listened to everyone. But over time, like, I realized when things stop working for you, you kind of like start reevaluating yourself. Like, imagine like putting all this time and effort into something, like studying for a class, and all of a sudden like you just keep failing. Like, something in your brain is gonna click, and it's gonna be like, yo, this is not working for you. You need to like reevaluate, you need to change something up. And it's gonna be true for everyone, because when you're going down a route that's like quote unquote successful, and you know like this path is working for you, like you're comfortable, you don't need to change. But when things are falling out of place, when you're out of your comfort zone, that's when the change happens. And I feel like all through college, I was definitely quote unquote comfortable, but like moving out, it was like a game-changing experience, because it's like parents no longer support me, like in terms of like finances and stuff. I needed to like do things on my own, and then like real life just hit like hard. It just like smacked me in the face, and that's like changed the personality and stuff.
All right, so thank you, Jeremy. You want to give him a round of applause?
So make sure you guys give this speech 5 out of 5, like, you know, presentation, using space efficiently, using the hands, fit on point. Come on, that's a 10 out of 5. All right.